All right, so thank you very much for squeezing your time to be here. I want to show you the path to success. Oh, I wish I can just join a business and be able to recruit 30 people in the first 1, 2 weeks. I'll be so happy. Some people are doing it, but how are they doing it? All right. So, leadership. Oh, I know some people have hit this rank. Oh, I've hit the rank of Voyager. I'm now a leader. Okay, I've hit the rank of Vanguard Pro. I'm now a leader. Hey, I've hit the rank of Nexus. I'm now a leader. That rank is a title. That is not leadership. Okay, so I'm going to say a lot of things that you know already, but I want to just bring it together and help upcoming people who are just trying to stabilize when it comes to the online business space and building a team to become more. Playing small does not serve the world. Playing small and saying, oh, I want to be passive. I want to be passive. It doesn't serve the world. All right. So a leader, one who invests their time, energy, and effort into the growth and development of their team. You're going to invest your time, your energy, your effort into the growth and development of your team. So just being, signing up people that doesn't make you a leader. Building a team of 20, 25, 30, 50, that's not you being a leader. Have you put in your time, your energy, and effort to ensure that your team grows and develops? So that is why I make sure I hold these trainings because I'm trying to make sure I invest. I know what it means to be a leader, yeah? I'm not saying I know everything. So, but I want to make sure that as I go up the ranks, I will justify my leadership, that I have given time to my team. I've given energy to my team. I've put in the effort to make sure people grow and people develop. We have done the network marketing series, how to talk to people, build a business in 30 minutes a day, how to overcome objections, how to follow up, how to develop belief in Orb. 4 trainings plus this, 5. Anybody who goes through them must grow a team successfully. They will develop this business. So that is one definition I want you to just have in mind about leadership. So once again, who is a leader? Well, leaders are professional students of the business. So leaders always want to learn. Very important. And we're going to talk about this much later in the slides. But leaders want to learn. Another thing about leaders is that they do their business without your constant motivation. So I'm here, my sponsor in Aurum, and every business I've done, they don't come to check on me. I don't need their checking on me to push me to hit my goals. So that's if you need somebody to come inspire you before you go for your goals, you are still coming up. So that's one of the things about leaders. I mean, my sponsor could travel and forget about the business, but I'm going to be creative and look for ways to develop it. That is also what leaders do. Now, leaders handle problems. A leader is somebody that handles problems. Oh, somebody doesn't know where to find this in the back office. Who can help him? Leader step in. Oh, somebody cannot do this and do that. We're having challenges with this. Leader step in. Today's supposed to be a meeting and nobody has put the meeting link, invite link. A leader would do that. So leaders handle problems. Another thing about leaders is that they think differently from passive people, right? For passive people who don't understand the business, if there's a simple glitch, they panic. Oh my God, it's happened again. It has happened again. But leaders understand that we are in the developmental stages of Aurum, that we are pioneers, that if something is temporarily, not working, there's no cause for alarm. Just relax and get back into business. So those are some of the things about leaders. Now, the first thing you have to learn is how to set your goal. So I'm not just going to waste time on this. You know the ranks. Just set your goal and set it high enough. All right. Then after setting your goal, what rank do I want to be in November? What rank do I want to end 2025 with? What rank do I want to start 2026 with? What rank do I want to be by June 2026? What rank do I want to be by December 2026? Where will I be by January 2027? All of those things, all right? You have to set those goals and work with those timelines. You have to understand what it will take to achieve those goals. So it's not just wishful thinking where you say, oh, I want to be a dominion. Oh, God, give me dominion. And then you don't bother to say, what will take me to get there? A leader will say, what is in my structure to take me to dominion? What do I need in dominion? How many legs? What are the qualifications? Who are these legs that will take me to dominion? And so this is something that leaders have clearly thought out. All right, so you have two options, and this is really not for leaders. This is for the average person there. Ask yourself, you have two options: do nothing and hope for the best. Yeah, do nothing, fold your arms. I mean, just deposit and be passive, hope for the best. Yeah. Option B, get to work. When it comes to Aurum, when you get to work and you cross the Nova rank, Nova means novice of money. You're a novice about money. When I say novice about Aurum money, you have not made anything Aurum money. That's a Nova. Right? So you want to get out of Nova, get into Vanguard, get to work. All right. So getting to work opens your eyes to a lot of money that's inside Aurum. All right. So, but this same principles apply for any business in the world. Any business you want to do, anything. All right. So there are 4 key points that you need to take note of as a leader. And I put this right off the bat because I think everybody needs to know. Everybody needs to know. 1, the knowledge that will make you lots of money has not been written in any textbook. Now, this slide, actually, I had a training in Lagos Business School several weeks ago, and I got these points, and I said, come on, I'm going to use these points in my business. I'm going to use this point in my team to make sure my team has an edge. The knowledge that will make you lots of money hasn't been written in a book. This is why, as a leader, you must keep an open mind and think out of the box. And I'm saying this because in one of the slides you're going to see, leaders see what others haven't seen, right? So you will see something that others don't understand, all right? So just remember that. The second thing is this. Leadership would be easy if people do as they are told, but people do not do as they are told. People do what they tell themselves to do. This is extremely important that I will repeat it. Leadership would be easy if people do as they are told, but people do not do as they are told. People do what they tell themselves to do. Now you might be wondering, how does this apply to becoming a leader? Yeah, it applies a lot because your leadership success does not depend on what you tell your people. It's not about talking. No. Leadership is about what you make people tell themselves. And so I want everybody who is here to understand this. Leadership is about what you make people tell themselves. And I want you to apply this to your kids, all right? I want you to apply this to your kids, to your spouse, to everybody around you that you wish to influence. All right. It's not about, oh, you're talking so much. All right. You talk so much. I've been telling you this, telling you. I've been talking. No. If people do what you tell them or what you told them, leadership will be so easy. But that's not how it works. People do as they do, people do not do what they are told. People do what they tell themselves. So you have to change how you communicate with people, even with your kids. You need to use questions and stories. You need to stop telling people, you need to do Orumo, that Orum is this. You need to ask them, you rather ask them questions. Okay, if you don't do this Orum, what again do you want to do that will help you to pay your children's school fees next year with ease? Then they'll think, I don't know. In fact, it's confusing. I'm tired. I've tried different things. This, that. So you tell them, okay, well, I heard what you said, but just remember, we have somebody that didn't have capital, but bought a subscription with $20. And within 2 months, the person was able to earn $1,000 just by sharing the opportunity and treating Orum as a business. Do you want to earn $1,000 with $20? The only tool you need is your mouth. Would you like to do that? The person is thinking. And as the person is thinking, they'll be telling themselves what they need to tell themselves. You also want to use stories. Tell the stories of people who started with $120 and made $30,000. Tell the stories. When you tell them stories, they will tell themselves the thing you want to tell them. They will tell themselves those things later when you've left. They will remember your stories, analyze it, and tell themselves what they need to do. Please, as you build a business with me in this team, always understand that use questions and stories more than directly talking to people. When you talk to people, you might just be talking and wasting your energy, right? You need to, at times, add stories and questions. The same thing with your kids. If you want to teach them a lesson, ask questions. Oh, they stole your bag? Okay, now tell me, when you dropped your bag here and walked away, what was going through your mind? Then let them talk, let them respond. Okay, did you feel the bag was safe there? Why did you feel that way? Then you lead them to tell themselves what you wanted to tell them. If you tell people things less and help them to tell themselves what they need to tell themselves, you'll be more successful as a leader and in influencing people, right? So this is a very important lesson. And even in the corporate world, as you work with people, you need to do that, right? Now, leadership is challenging. That's the next bullet point. Leadership is challenging because usually it is the leader that has to change. Yes. You know, they say change starts with you and they point at you. But you see, the leader has to change first. So whatever you want your team to be, do, or however you want them to operate, ask yourself, are you operating? Because there's a law of the picture. The law of the picture is what people see in you that they will pick. All right. The picture you give to them is what they will buy. All right. So you have to change most times. When the team is not doing some things, you have to first ask yourself, am I doing it? Okay, maybe I have to change. And then the final bullet point, very important bullet point, leadership is who you are. See, let me explain this. Everybody has this leadership, potential in there or capability. So leadership is who you are. The evidence is just what you cause others to do. What effect do you have on others? How do you influence them to do things? What do you make people do? That is how you can measure your leadership. If you can't make people do something to change their life, if you can't influence them, then it means your leadership might be, not that strong. So these points, I just felt I should start right off the bat with these points. I mean, go through them later, think deeply about them, and look for how to use them in your team. When you see somebody who is hesitant to do something in your structure, use questions, tell stories, get them to tell themselves. Until they tell themselves that thing which you want to tell them, they are not going to take any action. They will still remain where they are. So let me give you a classic example, which I said I was going to talk about today. In some countries, to access Aurum, you might need a VPN, all right? You might need a VPN. And if you are from that country, lots of persons might be hesitant to use a VPN. They're going to say, VPN? Oh, no. And I've got lots of complaints from people who say, my people, I have lots of people, but they don't want to use VPN. Once you talk about VPN, they just shut their brain down. Now, my question is this: do they know what a VPN is? Do they know what a VPN is? So let me go to Google here, and let's just Google it. VPN. All right. So you have to understand, all right? You have to understand why they are worried and tell them a story. An arrangement whereby a secure, apparently private network is achieved using encryption over a public network, typically the internet. So the people who are hesitant about using VPN, they don't even know what VPN is. So they just feel, oh, no, this thing, I don't want to use it. A VPN is a virtual private network, and it provides you a more secure and private network with encryption over a public network. The public network is the internet. Now, in that public network, there are so many rules on the public internet, even limitations, all right? Now, when you use a VPN, you create a secure pipe that people cannot see into, a pipe that is more secure, a private connection. So people don't even understand the power of VPN. So you have to ask them, why are you scared about VPN? You're worried. Why? Let them talk. They will tell you, oh, I don't want to get hacked. I don't want to, Then tell them, hey, you can go for a paid VPN. Do you know the meaning of VPN? Do you know? You realize they don't know. VPN means virtual private network. It means security is enhanced when you turn it on, and nobody can pry into your activities to know exactly what you are doing. And that means you can decide to access some things that ordinarily in your locality you might not be able to access. So this is one way you can tell them a story. Look at what happened to this person. This person did this. You tell them the story, how the person was, a 78, 80-year-old woman. She was able to just use VPN. Yeah, old people using VPN, young people using VPN. It's up to you. I mean, I'm not going to force you, but if you want to access wealth on the blockchain beyond what is possible in your environment, if you really want to explore, you can just ask them the right questions and they will embrace the VPN. So I think that is one way you can explain VPN to people. Then ask them, do you want a more secure connection for your transactions? Do you want a more secure interface for your browsing? They will realize, oh, is VPN that powerful? Oh, okay, fine. Let me get it. Let me get a paid version. So you can get a paid version, and that will unlock, wealth from Aurum that they would have otherwise missed. Remember, if you just tell them VPN is good for you, VPN will help you, they're going to shut down. They're going to say, But when you tell them a story, explain VPN to them, and ask them, do you want a more secure? You make them tell themselves what they need to know. All right, so I'll quickly run through a couple of things now, okay? These are gotten from the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. We're just going to run through a few of the laws in his book. Go read the book, all right? But I feel I should add a few things from the book. Then I'm going to talk about some other things. Law, the law of the lead, all right? What is the law of the lead? It simply means leadership ability is the lead that determines a person's level of effectiveness. Let me tell you this. In Aurum, if you're not effective in bringing people into Aurum, it means your leadership ability is low. If you're able to pull a large crowd into Aurum, it means your leadership ability is high. In fact, if you don't have good leadership ability, you will never get to prime. You might hardly ever get to prime. All right. So your level of effectiveness is a kind of signal to your leadership ability. The lower your leadership, your ability to lead, the lower your lead. The higher your ability to lead, the higher your lead. So your lead is high, this means you can achieve a lot more, a lot more, a lot more. All right. So the question is, how high do you want to climb in Aurum? How high do you want to climb in Aurum? The higher you want to climb, the more leadership you need. This is a fact. All right. If you want to get to dominion, it's not going to happen with low leadership. No. You have to grow yourself, grow yourself, grow yourself. However, if you've been a leader over many years, yeah, you see that such people are easy. Like if you see Lee, who got $100,000 bonus, he has been building businesses, lots of businesses, lots and lots of businesses. So such a person, you can easily see him jump to the highest rank. If you see HP, they've been building businesses, lots of businesses for many years. So they will always pull, so you see that lead, their lead is very high. So they can create massive sources. All right. So if your leadership is strong, your organization that you're building will skyrocket. And this is why sometimes in some organizations, if they want to effect change, you just sack the head of the leader in the organization, because the leader is just the lead. You need to bring somebody else who has achieved what you want to achieve, put them in position, and then restart the organization. All right, so the law of influence. This is actually a normal principle most people know, but if you read that book, you find out that nice stories are being shared. Now, a true measure of leadership is influence, and we've said that before. Nothing more, nothing less. If you cannot influence people, you're not a leader. A leader is somebody that influences people. Even the people are thinking, do I do this? Do I not do it? A leader will influence them. That is leadership. If you don't have influence, you will never be able to lead others. Right? It's not an award, it's not a title, it's not a rank. So always check your influence. The proof of leadership is found in the followers that you have. All right. And I know you're here to say, how can you become a leader? So as I'm speaking about this thing, start thinking, what can I do to increase my influence? What can I do? What can I do? What can I learn? How can I raise my lead? All right. You can change yourself by following the process. The term, trust the process. That is the law of the process. Leadership is like investing. It has compound interest. So whatever I'm telling you now in this training, I'm not telling you that if you are not a leader, you can just within 2 months become a leader. No, that's not how it works. All right. It compounds over time. All right. So if you hope that after doing this training, automatically enough, you become that miraculous leader that you were dreaming or you're seeing some people doing, it's going to take time. If you don't give it time, you will not be successful. What matters most is that every day, over and over the long haul, you keep doing the same things. Please mute yourself if you join this meeting. Zoom user, you're distracting the team. All right, I'm going to just prevent anybody from unmuting themselves, and I'm going to give 1 or 2 people a co-host here. Sorry about that distraction, all right? So there's a process to leadership, all right? And you want to follow that process. Doing the same things you're going to learn here, doing it again and again and again and again every day for a couple of years, all right? So your skills matter. That's why we started the first 4 trainings. Those first 4 trainings, go back to them if you haven't watched them. Even if you've watched them, sometimes just play them in the background while you are busy. And then ask yourself, to what extent have you imbibed those skills to your DNA? So the skills, those 4 skills, when you get good at them, that is the beginning. And that is why I had to go through those trainings, because I want a structure that can take us to dominion, not just me, that can take you to dominion. All right. So it is the capacity to develop and improve skills that distinguishes leaders from followers, because followers most times, will just come in. Okay, I can deposit, I can withdraw. That's all. They don't need to learn anything. They don't need to learn how to talk to people. That is why if you go to the YouTube channel, those videos about the series of how to build a business, how to talk to people, they are the least watched. They're the most ignored. They are the least watched. You just see five views, 10 views, because most people don't want to improve their skills. But until you have a collection of skills and practice them over and over again for some years before you can become that leader. That's the fact. All right. It is the capacity to keep developing and improving your skills that distinguishes you, a leader, from a follower. So a reader must read books, listen to tapes, and keep attending seminars. When they call a meeting, leaders will come. Yes, when there's a meeting, leaders will come. Please, it's not going to be easy. All right. There's nothing easy about being a leader. Even if you're a leader, maintaining to being a leader, it's not easy, because when others are sleeping, you are awake solving problems. But you know what? If you do this for 5 years, in fact, if you do this consistently for 2 years, 3 years, you just realize that you're a person who can easily pull 50 people into a business in a very short time. And once you pull 50 people into a business, your ability to influence them to build it creates miraculous results. This is leadership. This is what all the leaders are doing. Go and check any leader you know. They're just trying to, make sure that you look up to them. We'll talk about a couple of things. Let me just run through these slides. All right. So the secret of success in life is for a man to be ready is to be ready when his time comes, because your time will come. Okay. That's a statement from Benjamin Disraeli. Your time will come, but when your time comes, are you ready for it? Do you have the skills? Where is your leadership lead? You can be a great leader, but it won't happen in a day. Start paying the price now. That is the law of the process. You have to pay the price now. There are people who have made $30,000 from Aurum within 3 months. They have been paying the price for many years. There are some who have made $20,000. There are some who have made $400,000. They have been paying the price for many years. So I want you to start paying the price now. I actually believe in you to become and create a leader. And that's why I'm doing this video. So that's the law of the process. You must follow the process day after day, back to back, every day. You're doing what you need to do. You will definitely achieve success. So there's a law of navigation. Every leader must navigate their team across platforms. See, anyone can just bring people into a business. It's very easy. But to navigate them in that business will take a lot of your attention. It takes a leader to chart the course. Where are we going to? Oh, the platform went down. The last platform disappointed you. So what do we do next? It takes a leader who has already foreseen those possibilities to properly chart the course and have things in place to move the team to the next level. Of course, some people will not. Some people will get emotional about the past. Some people will be saying, oh, floating loss, all those memories. No problem. But you need to be willing to work with the few that are ready to move, while you also keep encouraging those who are yet to join you, right? So a leader is one who sees more than others see. This is true. A leader is one who sees more than others see. And he sees farther than others see. All right. And he sees before others do. This is so important. Leroy Ames. Leaders see more than others, they see farther than others, and they see before others even see. All right. That is what leaders do. And when it comes to when it comes to Aurum, the reason why some have not started, we've been here for 3 months. The reason why some people have not started is because they have not yet seen what some of us saw, or what some of us have seen. Right? They are still seeing floating loss and the painful memory of floating in losses. Somebody said, I have minus 90% in my trades in my old platform. And so they're in love with the memory of that loss so much that they cannot let go of that feeling. So they cannot see. So leaders remove the emotion, behave like robots. They have had losses, though, but they behave as if they don't have losses. And they begin to analyze Aurum dispassionately. All right? So your past experience is where you draw a lot of knowledge from your past failures. So every leader has failed. Oh. Every leader has platforms where they failed. They have platforms where they've led people and failed. Every leader has that, all right? They've made wrong assumptions. They've had character flaws. They've made errors in judgment. They have poor working methods. They have all failed. Now, you're not supposed to hate those memories, analyze them, and learn from them. So, what helps most leaders to spot something in Aurum is because they've done a lot of crazy things, Ponzi schemes, right? So, they have fallen a lot. So, they're able to see a lot of differences between the way Aurum works and the way those Ponzi schemes work. And until you work with Aurum, you might not spot those things. So, that's one of the powerful things about being a leader, all right? Listen to what others have to say. You can't have all the answers. So if you're going to be a good navigator of your team, so you want to create a team, right? Let's say you start creating a team, you have to navigate different terrain. How do you navigate? Sometimes you have to listen to your team because some people in your team, you have to listen. When issues come up on the team, call a meeting, but listen more than you talk. As you listen to people, the solution you need could come from them that will help you navigate. So don't say I'm the leader, I'm the only one that's going to talk, I'm the one who knows everything. That's bullshit. It's not going to work. All right. Now, as a leader, sometimes you will sound as if you know the future, but you don't know the future. You look at the facts, learn from the past experience, see the difference in Aurum, and combine that fact with faith. So a leader, you are selling hope. You combine fact with faith and influence your team to succeed. So this is the law of navigation, and it's really one of the beautiful things about leadership. Now, there's a law of addition. This is where many leaders fail. Some leaders feel that, oh, I've recruited people. The people you recruited, have you added value into their life? You must add profits into people's life. You must give them profits. If you're not giving them profits, you are not adding value. You have to give profits to people. And you give profits or value by serving others. So if you are a leader, you are a servant. People are going to call you. Sometimes they'll be shouting like blah, blah. You just have to calm down. Say, yeah, so you have to do like this because I'm the leader now. No problem. You must serve others. The bottom line in leadership isn't how far you grow, how much you made. That's not it. How far did you advance others? I'm talking to you because most leaders did not treat you this way. Most leaders did not advance you. But if you look at the good leaders in the industry, if you look at the professionals, you will realize that people are following them because they are helping people advance. They are creating solutions to help people advance. So you, if you want to be a leader, your team that you are creating, create solutions that will help them advance. If you add value to people, people will follow you. I repeat it, if you add value to people, people will follow you. Simple question to ask yourself. If you have a team of 50 people, for example, or 10 people or 5 people, ask yourself, am I making things better for my people who are with me in Aurum or any business at all? Ask yourself sincerely. If the answer is no, then you need to ask yourself, how can I make things better for people? How can I make things better for people? Some things you see me doing, like the fireside chat we had, I was just thinking, how can I make things better for my people? How can I make things better for this team? How can I make it easier for people to, and those ideas pop up. Sometimes when it just comes out, I said, I'll do it. It might not work, but I just said, I'll do it. So you have to look for ways to make things better for people. Now, look at this bullet point. When a person moves into a position of authority, he or she gives up the right to abuse people. All right. So I have to put that there because if you're a leader, it doesn't give you the right to abuse people. In fact, you're being a leader means you can't even talk to people anyhow. But I know nobody's perfect, so some people might lose it at times. But that's actually part of leadership. Even when you want to react, you will just calm down. I spent 1 hour on phone call with somebody. I could have reacted. I just calm down, listen, because that's you as a leader. So, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot give what you don't possess. So, if you don't have profits inside yourself, how can you add value to people? If you don't have value, how can you add value to people? So, you have to develop yourself. You see those four videos before this one, go and watch them, practice them, build your value, master those skills. Those skill sets is what will help you to attract the people that will work with you. Now, when they join you in Aurum, remember, you are supposed to give them profit. So be thinking, how can I make my team become profitable? How can I help my people become Voyager? How many Voyagers do I have? How can I get them into Voyager? How can I help them to hit Vanguard? How can I help them to hit Vanguard Pro? In fact, let me find out who wants to hit Oracle and let me help them. All right. So that's the way I think, and that's how you can think, and lots of leaders also think that way. So the law of respect. Now, people naturally follow leaders stronger than themselves. Why? Because they respect those leaders. So if you're a person that is respected, people will follow you. This is common sense, but we're just trying to emphasize the roles that you need to embrace. See, people did not follow you by accident. If you have a team in Aurum, they're not following you by accident. They are following you because they respect you. Understand that. So they are not your followers as per downlines. Do that thing that you're my downline and give you instruction. Know that they're following you because they respect you. So be careful how you manage them. All right. Sometimes you have to play the fool. You might be right, but you let them be right. Play the fool. Yeah, you can help them grow, improve them, caution them, but hey, come on. They respected you, so you have to give them respect back. Okay? At times, a strong leader might follow a weak leader. There might be a reason for that. Yeah. A strong leader might follow a weak leader. All right, there might be a reason for that. But generally, people follow strong leadership. There are some platforms people will tell me about. I will refuse to listen to all those talking to me until I will see somebody that is not even a leader. I'll say, okay, what's your plan? I've done business with some leaders that they don't stay in one place more than 3 months. They will recruit crowd, then jump to the next business. Now, I don't have a problem with you doing multiple businesses, but at least support the people you brought in so that they don't become, a burden. No, but some people just jump in, jump out, jump in, jump out, jump to 10 places in the same 1 month. And while they're jumping, they're not even giving support to their team. So if I see something like that, no matter what you bring to me, I'll say, no, I'm not, because that's not how I work. All right. So these are some of the things you need to imbibe. Support your team. All right. The more leadership ability a person has, the more quickly he recognizes leadership or lack of it in others. Yes. So if you have grown in leadership, when you see somebody who is talking anyhow, you know that this person is not a leader because you are a leader. So please respect others, show courage. All right. And succeed. Success is success is the language that attracts people. Once you succeed, once you showing courage, while others are afraid and hurt by floating losses, you show courage. People will follow you. Oh, you are courageous enough to move. We're following you. And you see, there's some leaders that do that. Oh, this platform has messed us up. What do we do? Listen, I'm working on something. Be patient with me. We're going to announce something. Why is this person so courageous? People are watching you. So you have to show courage. All right. Even if your team has a lot of people who are mourning a former business, you have to show courage and step. That's why you're a leader. They will follow you. All right. So by all means, while those people are still mourning their floating losses, you have to move forward and show courage, because that courage, once you succeed, and then show loyalty. All right. Show loyalty. Show loyalty. So here's let me give you an example. So there's a leader, for example, that allowed me to train members of her team. So there are some things that no matter what happens, you show some level of respect for the person. Show loyalty. What do you need? Okay, I'll do it for you. Oh, you allowed me to train your people for a fee? Oh, good. So you also must show some signs of loyalty. Not the kind of I'm loyal and be, criminal loyalty. No. But you must show that for those who show you support, you give them all you've got. So remember to add value to others. That is part of the law of respect. So think about this. How much respect do you have in the industry? Start growing it. So we're going to round up quickly. Where do you find leaders? So you have an option: steal them. Go to other businesses and steal them. When you steal them, you will get temporary leaders. All right. You get leaders that will come work with you for 1 month and they'll jump out again. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. So one of the best options is to build leaders from scratch. All right. Find someone who is not a leader and build them to become a leader. So let me give you an example why I keep saying this. Many of the leaders today in the industry, it was their neighbor, family member, church member, friend that brought them into their first network marketing business. It's people that know you that will bring you to your first network marketing business. Now, of course, when they came in, they were not leaders, but over years, they became leaders. Who do you think those leaders will be more loyal to? The person that worked with them to make them a leader, or somebody that just dragged them into a business for 2 months, So this is why it's good to create leaders. Of course, you might want to attract some leaders around you, that's fine. All right, but you need to create leaders from scratch, but that is hard work. Okay, and you don't want to waste your time because you could be trying to train the wrong people. So this is what I do. If I want to train you to become a leader, it means I will work with you for maybe 6 months to 18 months, 1 year or 2 years, back to back to back to back. I have to give you a test. You must read a book. Read that book within 1 week and come and tell me the points in the book that you think you want to apply, your key points. Summarize it. Don't use AI. Really, really read the book. If you are able to do that and you go through that book, that is the first sign that tells me this person is a leader, because leaders read. If I give that assignment to 100 people, maybe just 5 people will actually read it, because leaders are rare. So let me give you an example. I gave a book to be read, right? For like a couple of weeks now. If you have read that book, if you have finished it, type 1 in the chat box. All right? Type 1 in the chat box. I wrote a book. I shared a book in the group, and I even gave you a tool that can help you listen to it. How many have gone through it? So this is one of the things most people don't understand. But if you want to give time to somebody to work with them for 1 or 2 years to create them and transforming them to leaders, they must be ready to read. If they don't read, don't waste your time. Just for you to create a leader from scratch means conference calls, lots of conference calls. I will take you from Nova rank and get you to elite. But it's going to take lots of phone calls, and we might lose our voice in the process. So you have to be hungry for it, far more hungry for it. So that's how you actually can find leaders in your structure. Sometimes there's something I do sometimes. I will say, who wants to hit this rank? I do a survey and I see people that respond. I say, okay, these are the potential leaders. Sometimes I might do that kind of survey in variations once or twice. I'm looking at the survey, I'm actually seeing those who are responding. And over time, those people prove me right, because there are those who actually want to hit the higher ranks. And I approach them in different ways. And gradually, I know, okay, I can build on this leg. I'm telling you how I work. I'll say, okay, I can build on this leg. So you see me, I'll put somebody on that leg, put another person on that leg. The person has shown some level of commitment, some level of determination to hit the highest rank. And they have pulled a lot of traffic. So I'll just support that traffic until we get to the highest rank. So this is how you can create lots of success. A leader that you create will be more loyal to you and your organization. So, build leaders when you spot them, train them for a year or 2. All right. You can ask them a question. How do you feel about Aurum as part of the process? If somebody doesn't feel good about Aurum, man, how can you create a leader in that kind of person when it's Aurum? So they have to feel excited about the opportunity. All right. And when you ask somebody, so you feel good about Aurum, what do you think about building this? If somebody is saying, I will try my best. See, don't waste your time on such people. But when you hear something in the range of, I will do whatever it takes, I am ready. I am ready. If you move anything, you tell me I do. Then you know that you've seen somebody that you can transform into a leader. So please create more leaders that can take care of their own groups. It's hard work, but that's what I expect you as a leader to start thinking of how to do. Because we're going to Dominion. You and me, we're going to Dominion. To create that structure to go to Dominion, we have to create leaders. If you don't create leaders, yeah, you can find some leaders, yeah? That's also good. Just find some leaders. But some of these leaders that you go drag from somewhere, they're not going to just going to do this for 2 months, 3 months, and then jump to the next thing, yeah? So you need to attract and create leaders. Ordinary people can become leaders. Ordinary people. But they have to get to the point where they feel that I will do whatever it takes. I will make phone call 2 hours a day. I will do whatever is required. I will forget about myself. I was speaking to somebody today. The person called me. They wanted to do oral and they said, "Oh, tell me more." I said, "Would you like to build a business?" While I was discussing, the person said, "I would like to build, but I cannot take no. I cannot tolerate no. I cannot tolerate insult." So if you want to be a leader, of course you must tolerate insult. You must cook pepper soup with insults and enjoy it. You must cook jollof rice with insults and no and no and no and enjoy it. And so that's part of the journey. So one leader or 100 passive members, which one do you prefer? Well, a person who prefers 100 passive members might be making money, but they might not grow to dominion. They might not grow to dominion. A leader, one leader, if you create, leaders are hard to create. If you are fortunate in your lifetime to create 2 or 3 leaders, but if you create one leader, that one leader can lead to thousands of persons. Because what you need is duplication, not just you working hard. You can work hard and recruit 100 persons, but you need to also find a way to create a leader that will work with you in your structure to take you to dominion. Without structure, you can't win an election. Without structure, you can't get to dominion. Talk less of alpha. So focus on building leaders. That is part of the reason for this training. You need to focus on building leaders. Teach leaders how to solve problems. Let them know that, hey, leadership is not just you have to solve problems. It doesn't matter if you have a 9 to 5 job. You finish by 9, get home by 7. 7, you start your business. You can do your business from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sometimes we do it till 2 a.m. Yeah, when I start a new business like this, we can do from 7 to 2 a.m. I'm responding to people's issues, resolving all issues, getting everything properly. For the first 3 months or 4 months of the business, it is like that. You catch just 4 hours of sleep. Then when environment stabilizes, you begin to do from 7 to 11, sleep, 7 to 10, go to bed. So your having a job cannot stop you from being a leader if you really want to be a leader. So you have to focus on teaching people. So leaders solve problems, right? So what do your leader, what does he know? Because if you want to solve a problem, that means you must know about the blockchain. You must understand how to help people solve the problems. Yeah. Where can I see my trades? Where can I see results of my trading? Oh, I turned up a compounding. How can I withdraw? So your leaders have to understand all of these things. Oh, I've turned off compounding. I'm not seeing the money. I've turned off compounding. It's not working. Where is the money? This system, I don't know. Is it the person turned off compounding and is looking for the money in the dashboard on the homepage when you should be looking at the accumulated profit section under the EXAI bot? Do you know that you can make money from EXAI bot, move it to your dashboard, make money from the partner program, move it to your dashboard, all the monies, withdraw it to your exchange and enjoy? These are just some simple things that you have to make sure your leaders know. I mean, Aurum is so simple that you don't have, this is not a technical and complicated platform. Aurum is so simple that anyone that can use their phone properly can help people succeed. Leaders solve problems. We want to create lots of leaders in this team that will be helping people solve their problems, that will be responding to people's inquiries, maybe inquiries of people from your structure. So you can say, oh, I want to grow my team to 1,000 members, and anybody that is responding, I want to be in charge of my team. Then you create more leaders in your structure. These people will be having their lives transformed. So I want to give you a suggestion, and the suggestion is this. Make sure that everybody you sign up can hit Voyager rank within 2 months, maximum 3 months. I mean, just try and encourage them, push them, because after 3 months, especially if they don't have $5,000 or $10,000, some of them will go look for the platform that can give them 100% a month because of poverty and Ponzi mentality. All right. So help them to hit Voyager, because Voyager is the open sesame. It is the beginning of cash flow. You did not know Aurum cash flow until you became Voyager. So our job is to help lots of people become Voyagers one way or the other. So get better. That's what I'm going to advise you. Get better, get better, get better. Become a leader. Okay? And remember these important points. Leadership will be easy if people do as they are told, but people never do what they are told. People do what they tell themselves to do. So use questions and stories. Become a master at using questions and stories, and you will influence people better. Okay? You will influence people better. So remember the example of the VPN we gave, yeah? Ask questions and then guide them properly. You are the one that might need to change for your team to succeed. For example, when I started Aurum, I was limiting people to $120, $120 because I was afraid of the system. I didn't understand it. We were still studying. So at a point, I had to change. I said, guys, let's start topping up. I said, dropping the top up video. Oh, yeah, guys, let's top up. Let's top up. And people say topping up. People say topping up. People say topping up. So you should have that kind of influence on people. All right. And they will respect you because you said, guys, let's hold on. Let's understand the system. Stay at $120. They say, we've researched the system. It looks solid. Guys, let's top up. And you see people topping up. Then you see your rank going higher and higher and higher. All right. So you have to change sometimes so that you can hit the higher ranks. Leadership is who you are. Your lack of team members shows the kind of leader you are. You're having only 2 downlines and you stop at that, shows the kind of leader you are. Leadership is who you are. The evidence is in what you cause others to do. So examine your evidence. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an exciting moment to share this video training with you. I'm super excited that we've completed the network marketing series. Lesson 1 was how to build your business in 30 minutes a day, 1 hour a day. Lesson 2, how to follow up. Lesson 3, how to overcome objection. Which one came first? Was it follow up or objection? Anyway, one of them in that order. Then 4, how to have belief in Aurum. We examined what should give you belief in Aurum. And of course, the 5th session is what we've done tonight. Thank you very much for 1 month and 1 week, back to back to back. You've been here with me. I want you to become a leader. I am appealing to you. All right. Ask yourself, how would my life be if I have 100 persons that I've developed over 5 years who are willing to work with me in any business that I bring? What will my life be like? That is financial freedom. Because when you have 100 people that are willing to say yes to when you bring an opportunity, just make sure you're not dragging them to so many opportunities, all right? At the same time, build on one and take it to the end. Now, when you have 100 persons, all you need to do is just start an opportunity that is cost-effective, that is resilient, that has good pedigree, that looks good to go. Call them in. Quickly, 20 will join you, while the other 80 will be planning. That 20 will explode to 5,000, and the other people will join you. Then they will call you leader this, leader that, leader this, leader that. And you'll be laughing at them because you remember the first day you told yourself that I am tired of poverty. I am tired of going in cycles. I need to be a network marketing professional. And you went through my video, the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And then you realized after going through the 5 videos that you can use these videos for any business in the world. Then you realize that it's a school for financial freedom. And then you got to work. You trusted the process, the law of the process. 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, you're not somebody that you can enter you can generate $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 every month without wearing a tie and going to say yes sir to anybody, right from the comfort of your home. That is what I want for you. The question is, do you want it for yourself enough? Well, I guess if you were to do what I told you, leadership would be so easy. But go ahead, do whatever you tell yourself. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for being a part of this session. I really appreciate your sacrifice. See you at the top.